And we're live. Week 10, Mike. Week 10. You thought we'd make it here with all the COVID stuff? We have a season.
We do have a season. Thank God. This has been great. It's been a great season too. A lot of ups and downs.
I'd say the first 4 weeks were great, Mike, but I've lost 5 straight, my friend, and I'm reeling over here. I'm reeling. But
dude, 5 straight? You were 3-1. Baby.
You were one of them to hand me an L. You handed me an L, and one of those. You gave me one of them L's.
Yeah, last week, right? Yeah, dude, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You know what? Luckily, there's a lot of teams who are not doing as hot as just like me, and I still have a shot. But I can't believe this last week. But Piane shot him out, said, "Hold my beer," and snatched the lowest points. And shout out to look at Mike's shirt. First of all, we should have went to that first. Snatched away the lowest points scored T-shirt from Mikey with an outstanding performance of 49.96. He beat the 52-10. Unbelievable, Piane. I am shocked you put up that much against Danny. But our top 3 all took L's in the league. The leading guys all took L's last week. Mikey and Matt are making a push for the playoff contention, while Jesse and I are trending down and losing a lot of stock in fantasy terms. You're also trending up, Mike. You know, shout out to you.
Yeah, I mean, I just have a good pairing. It seems like everyone that has a really good quarterback wide receiver pairing seems to be working for them. But yeah. I think I just with Jesse, it's just Zeke with that Zeke situation, and then Raheem Mostert situation is just really bad for him.
Well, I mean,
I can't explain it.
He's lost a lot more injuries. He had a lot more injuries than that, bro. He's had Noah Fant. Kenny Galladay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
There's excuses. Yeah, there's excuses for Jesse, no doubt. My team, not so much. Not so much. It's just underperforming.
Yeah, it is underperforming. I think that's what it is for you, just underperforming. I don't know why they're underperforming, but
Lamar's had a tough 3 weeks. He's had a tough stretch of teams. We knew this was going to be tough. I probably should have had a backup quarterback, but when you take a guy in the 3rd round, you just expect more. But no, and Matt making big moves. You know, we laughed at him a couple weeks ago for spending all that money on Fab and dropping Carlos Hyde, but he's winning. And Mikey is, he's always been a high scorer since the first week, but that hasn't always translated into wins. And now they are, and his team is hot. And, hopefully we hear more from him later. But there was a trade. Mike. I said on this podcast, video, YouTube, Second Take, that if I took it out, there would be a move. We flirted with the idea of sending Kamara, but like I said, it's my meal ticket. I don't think I can do it. It's the only guy who averages 20 for me. But let's get on with the trade. I sent DJ Moore to Ryan Downs for Chase Edmonds and Hollywood Brown, Marquise Brown. I'm trying to also double dip. Not as prevalent as, say, a DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray, or even you were shouting out your team, a Keenan Allen to Mr. Justin Herbert. But I'm hoping to get some luck there. I know this trade on paper probably doesn't look as great for Ryan. I've heard from a couple members in the league that they were kind of disappointed. But DJ Moore has been underperforming as of late. But I don't know if you heard the news.
Wait. Say that. So what do you mean by you heard from members of the league?
I heard from members of the league. Great trade for you. Good job. I've gotten text messages. It's almost like when I got married, I got a bunch of great jobs. So happy for you. It's kind of the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was one of those people that did say that to you too. I think it's because it's more of a need for you, and it's just you're getting a lot of depth. Whereas with Ryan, I mean, I think he's doing it. It's a little bit of a risk for Ryan, but he's 6-3, so he can afford the risk. And I can understand why he would do it. Was it necessary? Could he got someone better for those 2 players? Maybe. I don't know. But Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown hasn't looked that good either. But hopefully, things trend up and do better for you. That's the key. Is can this work out for you in the short term? That's when you need it. Right now you're 3-6. You got a lot of things. You got a lot of ground to make up here. But but it's doable. I mean, like, you know, you have people ahead of you that are 4 and 5. Some people that are 5 and 4. I mean, L's will happen, you know, like to anyone here. I don't think anyone's above an L here, so it could happen to anybody.
That we have one member already 0 and 9, you know, on the bottom. That, you know, that's 3 spots that got to be filled now. And I mean, we can move forward and get into these power rankings, but I am one of those bottom 3. Spoiler alert. Didn't have my headphones on. I hope that didn't affect the audio. I apologize if it did. But let's get into it, Mike. The power rankings. These top 3 guys, even though they took L's, they're still here. I mean, they had that much of cushion. Let's be real. We'll begin at 1 with Ryan Hannigan. 7-2 on the year, if I'm not mistaken. Took an L last week. Let's scroll down. I know I put some stuff in here.
I mean, he took the best L possible. Like he put up 132 points. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, Shark, Kelsey, Watson combined for 76.74. That's a good trio there. But Mikey got a lot of help from his special teams, combined 29 points. When you can get almost 30 points out of your special teams from the bottom of that roster, you're going to be feeling pretty great. And your team does not do very much to get there. But they did actually have to do a lot because you're right, deficit was 132. Mikey put up 145.
Well, I mean, yeah, I want to say something about this because, like, Hannigan is, you know, having a great year. He's having a fantastic year. The fact that this guy had 5 guys on a bye. Did you know that he had 5 guys on a bye? He had Giovanni Bernard on a bye.
He had the Cincinnati Bengals on a bye, bro. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. 3 players. No, he had Robert Woods on a bye. Like, and he still put up 132. Like, that would have beat my score this week. Like, it's amazing. Like, 132 with 4 guys on a bye that are like starters for you. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, you got to be happy with that if you're Hannigan.
No. He's ecstatic. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to take an L.
You feel like it's his year?
Yeah, I feel like he has a good shot. We clowned him in the beginning, said he'd have a pedestrian year, and he's done the complete opposite. I mean, same goes for moving on here. Our number 2 guy, Ryan Downs. We also doubted. Well, we like Downs' draft. I disagree with myself there. We shouted Downs out. So this was the most consistent draft he's ever had. His best draft. But he also took an L to his boy Danger Matt, who got revenge on him for that Dallas pickup for the the 4th string running back for the Seattle Seahawks. All I got to say is, I mean, we can save it. We can save it a little bit later, but Dalvin Cook was the difference maker in this matchup.
Well,
back-to-back weeks. I mean, I don't want to jump too far ahead. I didn't say this for Matt, but you got to be happy about the Allen. Josh Allen put up 38. He had a couple touchdowns. He had a rush touchdown. That guy was electric. Way to bounce back because he had a couple down weeks, but you know, Downs never doubted it. Downs was always in, and like you said, I mean, this is a good L. Over 100 points. You know, it just wasn't his week.
Should he get an MVP vote? Because the man didn't
Josh Allen?
pick. Yeah.
Josh Allen? No, I mean, I don't think it matters.
I can't remember last time Buffalo Bills had a good quarterback, first of all, but I can't remember last time Buffalo Bills put up 40 points. And you're not even surprised. You see 44. They put up 44. And you're not even surprised. Like, Josh Allen's amazing. He probably deserves an MVP vote.
No, definitely. I mean, this is Russ's vote to lose. This is Russ's MVP to lose. The stuff he's done this year and the games he's came back in. But I'd say he's up there, top 5. I mean, you even got to put Dalvin Cook in the conversation for MVP if he keeps this 200-yard stuff going up every game. Like, single-handedly bringing the Minnesota Vikings back into contention in the NFC North. I mean, yeah, but we like both these Ryans. I mean, we joked earlier in the year we didn't think they belonged here, but they're here to stay. And I can't see them, you know, like you said, he was out without Cooper Kupp. There was guys on his team he didn't have either. But both the Ryans 1 and 2, I think this is gonna be pretty hard to supplant them from here. Maybe our third guy here moving forward, Devin, has a chance to do it, but he did not take advantage last week. Also taking an L. Devin lost to. Oh, Devin was our game of the week. Excuse me. Dave. He lost to Dave. He had Justin Jackson, your Los Angeles Charger, go down with a knee injury early in the game. I think he had 1 carry and did not come back. we saw the emergence of Kalen Ballage in that game, if I'm not mistaken. I actually picked him up. But I mean, shout out to Dave. He overcame. 99.88 was the totals by Devin's team for week 9, but wasn't good enough. I mean, he still has Patrick Mahomes. Still looks good. I like Devin. I mean, I think he has a really good shot at winning that division. I think the $100 is in his pocket.
Yeah. No, I mean the guy had Joe Mixon and Miles Sanders on a bye. He'll live.
2 weeks. 2 weeks without him, back to back.
Yeah, and of course the week. Spoiler alert, he's playing me this week. Of course, the week he gets him back, it's probably going to be against me. Oh, you hate to see it.
No, I know. I hear you. I thought I for sure was going to win it. I think you voted for me too that week when he beat me without his running backs. But no, he's got a stud lineup and all-star cast. Robbie Anderson, man. I had to get away from DJ Moore. Robbie Anderson is a real fiend. That guy is always legit. And even there's another receiver that's been going off down there too on Danny's team, Curtis Samuel. He's also been legit for the Panthers. But anyways, Devin at 3, I like it. But let's move on to the guy that beat Devin at 4, moving to 6-3 on the year. Big Daddy Dave put up 115.60 last week. Tyreek Hill got in that end zone a couple times, didn't he? 33.10 for Dave. He's got to be ecstatic about that. And Julio also got in the end zone a couple times.
Yeah, Dave's on a 5-game win streak. Dave's on a 5-game win streak.
Hot.
Dave's on a 5. This man started the year 1-3. He's on a 5-game win streak.
I love it. The complete opposite of what I'm doing. Shout you out, Dave. Dave's team is good. I believe he got that win last week without the services from Kareem Hunt, if I'm not mistaken. But Dave. I mean, he's hot right now. 5 wins straight. Let's hope the fire stays lit for him because we all know Dave's story. It usually burns out at some point. And knocking on wood here for you, Dave. I hope it doesn't happen. If anybody deserves a shot, it's this guy. True competitor, comes into work every year, and he had a lot of work to do from a GM standpoint with his draft. He had to make some moves and finesse some guys, and I think he did a really good job of it this year.
And Nick Chubb getting hurt was very helpful for him.
I think, yes, Kareem Hunt has done more with that injury, but guess who comes back this week? Nick Chubb, been activated. Shout out to Xavier. Probably the only positive thing going for Xavier fantasy-wise. Let's move forward, though. At 5, Nathaniel Schwartz. This lineup really hasn't changed that much, to be honest, from last week. Our power rankings here. But Nate overcame Xavier last week. Big victory. I called it the trap game. I really thought Xavier's got to get 1 here, man. We cannot see him go over. But back to Nate. McCaffrey came back in a real way. Double touchdown, 37.10. Unfortunately, went down towards the end of the game with the rib injury. I don't know how serious it is. I really haven't looked too much into it. I do own Mike Davis in another league, but it doesn't really matter. I'm sure he'd prefer. Yeah, he has Mike Davis. We're talking about the Mike Davis owner. I'm sure he'd prefer to have McCaffrey. He's going to do more every week, but Nate has done the work. I don't foresee, he's going to be up here. He's going to be top 8. I imagine he gets a bye for the wild card. He's not playing in week 13.
Yeah, and he has Aaron Rodgers, who has 24 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
Dude, what a year, Mike. I guess you got to take him again. I guess you got to jump a little. That's my fault, bro. I told you not to.
Nah. Well, I didn't actually wait because he took him to 6th round. So
yeah, that's so early.
That is early, right?
Nate would say, well,
whatever.
The stats he's putting up today, it's not early.
Yes, it's paying off. It's paying off. Yeah, it's paying off. Yeah.
Nate has gut feelings sometimes, and he gets it where he can, and it's feast or famine for Nate, and he's feasting pretty well right now. At 5-4 on the year, supplanting himself, looking for that bye. It is week 10, and anything's possible. We got 3 more weeks of matchups left here to stack on your plate, but 5-4, he's got to be feeling great. Got to be feeling great. Let's move on to his nemesis, our 2019 champion, Joe. Joe's team, I believe he had a big win. Here we go at the bottom. Sorry, it's all mashed together here. I like to keep it on one page. Week 13, the bye game. Devontae Adams, you shouted out for Nate, 33.30. That guy had a freaking game. While Jesse's team did not show up. This was a marquee matchups. He's had injuries galore, but the champ, I know he had some quarterback questions. Tua on his bench put up 21 for him. Maybe he'll be rolling with the young gun this week.
Yeah.
Miami looks good too. Shout out to Matt. Fins up.
Yeah. I bet his team is so weird to me, man. This is the weirdest team ever. Like, you see his team, you're like, how are you 5-4? Like, I really don't understand how he's 5-4.
Well, week one, he
don't
state that it was going to be a different year for him. It's not a strategy he normally takes, going receiver, but it's paid off. Let's be real. 5-4 is where you want to be. You're over 500. You know, there's a lot of guys.
No, I know.
3 and 4 wins. I like.
For most weeks he hasn't had both receivers, but the weeks that he has had both receivers, he's won. Like every week that he has both receivers playing, he wins. That's crazy.
That bodes confidence
Adams is a beast
for our champion.
Yeah. And Wayne Gallman, huh? What a pickup.
Yeah, I mean, Devonta Freeman's not coming back yet. I think he had Devonta Freeman as well.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So he's in that New York backfield, that New York Giant. Yeah, I like the champ. 5-4, no hangover. He says, I'm here to compete. He's trying to, dare I say it, win that title 3 times and go back to back. Mike does not believe it will happen. I can see it in his eyes, his demeanor. He doesn't believe in you. And you know what, Joe? I don't either, buddy. We don't want to see it. Nobody wants to see it. Give it to somebody new.
I don't know if it'll happen again. I think it's time for a new winner.
I agree.
To see a new winner.
Quit being selfish, Joe.
We got potential. We got Ryan, Devin, our top 3 right now. They all have a potential to be a first-time winner.
Wish we had gambling odds on who would win the ship. It's a crapshoot, though. I would not put any money on anybody right now. You never know what can happen any given Sunday.
Well, Tyler, if you think about it, we already put money on it. We put money on ourselves. we bet on ourselves to win.
I put $1,000 on myself, even though I'm 3 and 6. But yeah, let's keep it rolling. At 7, this guy is on another roll. I wonder what his win streak's at, Mike. I don't know off the top of my head, but we got Danny Yarconi. Got his number 1 pick back last week. Michael Thomas only put up a pedestrian 10 points, but I think he's got to knock the rust off, and I think that guy's going to be putting up 20s consistently for him, 18 to 24 points a week. PPR stud, Mike Thomas. I like Danny's team. What do I have down here for him? Russ, Metcalf, and Diggs. That's a nice triple threat combined for 64.70.
Amazing, yeah, it is amazing. I
Mariano
will say that, you think about. So let's talk DK Metcalf, because you see him, you're like, dude, this guy's balling out every single game. Did you know that Stephon Diggs only has 4 less points?
I know Stephon Diggs. I have him in my Yahoo league.
They're balling out. They're both balling out.
Insane, dude.
Dude, they're balling out, and this guy's gonna get to it's possible, man. He doesn't have a running back. I mean, Damian Harris, but he doesn't have a running back. Let's be real.
Damian Harris is respectable, and I mean, he's kind of touchdown dependent. Let's be real, he doesn't catch the ball, but he's getting these games where he's hitting 100 yards. So it's an RB 2.5 at best. I mean, get the Belichick's thing going there in New England. I really don't like New England bags. I tried to pawn off James White to Downs, and he didn't even want it. So I understand what you're saying, Mike. He does need help at running back. Maybe he can move a Stephon Diggs, perhaps get some RB2 value.
Danny rarely makes trades. I don't think he'll do it. I think he's gonna stick with what he has and just hope that it takes him to a ship. And it's understandable. Whatever, man.
It's a strategy.
Yeah.
I'll back that point up, Mike. I actually hit up Danny, and I was trying to make a trade with him. When I was panicking, and he said, I like where I'm at right now, and I totally get it, and that's respectable. Yeah. And he's at 7, so But let's move forward. We shouted him out earlier in the episode. At 8, we got Mikey, who had a big win last week over Ryan Hannigan. I shouted out his special teams, 29 points. That's great work by him. The tight end injury of George Kittle has not affected him in the slightest in terms of wins. This guy's on a nice little streak, still getting it going. This is another player I went for. I was trying to, really triple down on Lamar. I asked if Mr. Andrews was available, and he was not. He was not available. So Mikey, I think, like Danny, is planning to stand firm with his current roster and thinks it has a real shot of competing this year in terms of postseason success.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where this guy lost George Kittle, but he drafted 2 tight ends. Let's not forget about that. And Jerry Jeudy's starting to show the hell up. You love to see it. And James Robinson, what a pickup.
James Robinson, we say it every week. That's probably the best pickup of the year. Yeah. Let's be real.
Yeah.
My God.
Balling too.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray
had
a
quiet game last week, didn't he? And he still went off Murray. So Hopkins had a big game?
Oh, no. Hopkins.
No, Christian Kirk had a big game, and he shouts you out.
Yes.
Yes,
he did.
I mean, let's be real. Kyler Murray looks really good. First round pick, superstar. That's what we're seeing. It's kind of like the Lamar factor we saw last year. But Ryan Clark for ESPN, I saw this quote the other day, said that if Kyler Murray was on the Ravens, he would be performing much better than a Lamar Jackson. I said, this is insane. Like, the sports talk, I understand you got to make comments to sell, you got to get clicks, but that's ridiculous to say something like that. Like, how are you going to just dismiss last year's MVP like that for Kyler Murray, who is nowhere even shape to competing with Russ for an MVP vote? It kills me. It kills me. But I like Mikey's team. Yeah, the bias. I mean, whatever. Ryan Clark. I mean,
there's a bias against Kyler Murray for sure. Against Lamar Jackson for sure. Yeah. It's one of those things though. Whatever. I don't think he cares. He's still starting quarterback there. He's gonna win some games. He's gonna make the playoffs.
Absolutely, and he's gonna probably win his division.
It does feel like they figured him out. Doesn't it feel like they figured him out?
Yeah, he can't win big games is the big excuse. But Baltimore, I know Pittsburgh's up in that division and it's undefeated, whatever. But I feel like they have a shot that they could obviously get closer and maybe even take that away from Pittsburgh. But, still, I guess I'm getting off task here. But Mikey at 8, his team is super, super duper solid. And he's found this guy doesn't need to draft an RB2. He finds it, and he did. And James Robinson every year. I kind of want to disable his ability to add players. I just want to take it away. Because that's your kryptonite, Mikey. You can no longer make ads. It's all on draft day, buddy. Because his strategy is ridiculous and it works out every year. He's never punished, man. He's never punished.
What's his? You're saying an RB2, but he didn't have an RB1. Could we who's his RB1?
Devin Singletary was not an RB1. You're right, but Devin Singletary was technically a running back. He could start every week. You know what I'm saying? He gets a guy that's going to get the rock, going to get the work, and then he never gets the second guy. That's what I'm saying. Wow, most of us, me and you, traditional drafters, we'll draft 3-4 running backs because we're we got to make sure we have that spot filled. And then our guys usually get hurt anyways, or it doesn't matter, or something happens. And I'm just saying this guy always gets it done. Shout out to Mikey. That's why he's a champion, and he went back to back. You know what I'm saying? So to the title.
He did just drop Devin Singletary, but I hear your point.
No, but I'm saying we drafted him to be the number one. Happy. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's not worried about his running back situation at the slightest. So shout out to Mikey at 8. Well earned coming up. I doubted him. I'll be honest. I said 3 wins on the year. He's already beat that. He's gotten 4 wins. So shout to him. I like his squad, bro. And I am playing this week. Spoiler alert. I hope I can get there because I need one bad. At 9, this guy dropped immensely. Jesse Dowd, super duper injuries, man. This guy is. I don't know what to say. He has caught the injury bug full force. His team. It's not even COVID. It's legit injuries, man. And it's scary to see somebody go down like that and lose a lot of players at once, just consecutively.
Well,
2 guys in a game. That's tough. That was 2 weeks ago. Last week, what do I have here? Yeah, multiple injuries. concussions. I mean, it's scary. It's scary to lose guys like that and then lose games that he potentially could have beat Joe. Let's be real. If these guys play a full game, but that's what you sign up for in fantasy. Players are going to go down. Injuries are going to happen to you. It's not much you can do, but try to persevere. I mean, I'd make some moves. That's what I'd personally do. If my guys are injury prone, I try to sell them off. It's hard to do. You probably can get lower than what the value is, but there's guys in this league who would trade for players. We are finally, I can say this, we're back to trading in this league, and I love it. I mean, look at me. I think I did two. You know?
Yeah, you did it too. That's amazing.
I love it, man.
We're back to trading.
Fun. We're back to trading. And maybe that's where Jesse has to go, but I spoke to him. He's down. He's in the dumps. He's upset. He's upset about the slander against his name and his team. He thinks his team's better than what we're saying about it. But when your players aren't able to play because of injuries, you're not going to win games. You know, it's as simple as that at 9 for Jesse. But enough about that, guys. Let's move on to 10. We got you, Mike, getting a win last week, moving forward, getting back on track. You're really excited about your QB combo. You know, it's great on a personal level because you're a fan of that team, and you get to reap the benefits every week because that is his number one target, Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert. So happy you moved on from the Cam experience. I think this is the best for you. Now, you didn't draft Herbert, right? When was that pickup made? Early in the year?
Yeah, I picked him up earlier, then I dropped him, then I picked him right back up a week after.
With it. I love it. I kind of regret
our defense. Yeah, our defense is playing so bad that
Herbert's got to come back
to, play amazing. Yeah, he's got to play. You got to drop 30 points every game.
I mean, you got to be ecstatic. This guy's a star.
He does look amazing. He does look amazing. He doesn't know how to go down. He doesn't know how to run out of bounds. He's getting
he doesn't know how to slide. Yeah. He takes these big hits.
He's getting rocked. Dude, huge hits. I almost feel like there's a vendetta. I'm looking at him, I'm like, dude, is it just for any quarterback they feel this type of way, or is it they really hate this kid? I don't know, because this guy's getting hit hard as hell, bro. I'm like, Jesus, let the man go down. Some of these roughing the passer calls too. I'm like, was that even necessary? Are you trying to get in his head? What are you doing? I guess it's a rookie QB. That's the best way to do it.
It's a rookie thing that these players are taking advantage of. I mean, the brotherhood of the NFL. I think all these guys deep down care about each other and hate to. I mean, the professionals do anyways. Don't want to take a player out of the game or in a career. But you're right. He's been taking some big hits. But he's been a runner. He's been a runner when he's taking some of these hits. And it's you're right. You got to get down. But shout out to you, man. We talk about these guys. Herbert, Allen, and Christian Kirk. 72.04 for your roster from a trio. You got to love to see that. You need to get your bulk from 3 prime guys in fantasy. And that's why I always do it. I always put them up there. When you get 3 guys who could put together close to 100, you got your percentage to win is so much higher. You know, look. I mean,
yeah.
I hate to jump the gun, but look at poor Piane. 49 points. He didn't have that trio. Obviously, put up the number they needed.
Yeah, and it's funny because I drafted 4 running backs to start the draft
in a row.
4 running backs straight. Yeah, and my 3 prime guys have no running backs in them. It's just a quarterback and 2 wide receivers. That's hilarious to me. That's just that's how fantasy works. I guess it's kind of crazy.
It's Mikey-esque, bro. You're not going with your draft strategy, going with your free agency pickup strategy, and that's the benefit of the fab. You can rebuild your team. And you've done that, man. I think you got a real good shot here. You will not be in the bottom 4. Personally, I feel like you have a real good shot. Probably playing in that wild card week, unfortunately. But
yeah, I hope not though. I'm at 4 and 5. It's highly possible that anything can happen, but I really want to make the playoffs.
No. I mean, looking at your roster today, it looks like a team that's going to compete that can have a potential, in the postseason. That's what I'm saying. You don't have. I don't want to doom you and name things you don't have that you do have, but you know what I'm saying. Your team is solid, man. I like your squad, and I'm sure you do too. But let's keep it rolling here. At 11, we got Danger Matt out of Jersey, baby. Right? He moved from Brooklyn to Jersey. He lives out there. He lives out east. Matt, Dalvin Cook. Let's bring it up, man. Let's bring it up. What a draft pick, huh? He fell a little bit in our draft. I think. What was Matt, 6 or 7? I don't remember. But This guy, back-to-back 200-yard performances. I think he had 250 scrimmage yards in the first one. And these defenses he's playing against aren't slouches. This guy just literally has put the team out of his bag, and by doing so, giving Matt the opportunity to blow other teams out where we thought this shouldn't happen. Purple Jesus, baby. Purple Jesus 2.0. Doing it big for Matt.
Mm-hmm. 2 back-to-back huge games by Dalvin Cook and 2 back-to-back huge wins for Matt, who was 3 and he was 3 and no, he was 3 and no, he was 2 and 5. He was 2 and 5. And he's won 2 games back-to-back. So shout out to him, dude. This guy's looking good. And
no, I'm a big fan.
Long may it continue. Dalvin Cook is amazing. He's a god. And Antonio Gibson looks good too.
That was a good trade. That was between, remember he sent away Jonathan Taylor and he got AJ. Let's shout it out. He got AJ Brown and Antonio Gibson in that trade. And he gave him Deontay Johnson. Yeah, I mean, he's winning that trade over his brother for sure. Those players are going off right now. And, I mean, J.D. McKissick, too, is doing a lot of work as well in that backfield, that Washington football team backfield. But, no, I mean, Matt made a trade. It's reflecting in his record and his points, his output. He beat Ryan Downs, who was, before this game, 6-2. So moving to 6-3, moving himself to 4-5, taking him out of that bottom. I mean, he's still in the bottom 4 at the moment, but I mean, like, he's right there on the edge. Like, he's like, I'm ready to go. So shout out to Danger Matt. His team looks as good as any right now and could be a potential dark horse in the postseason. But at 12, putting some, shout out to Piane here. Not trying to disrespect anybody. I wasn't low on my team, taking 4 L's in a row when I should have been, but it's reflected here. I have myself, the commissioner, at 12. 5 games straight of L's. What do I have for myself? It was a pedestrian performance against you, Mike. My team did not put up any points. This was kind of a blowout. Let's be realistic. Lamar, I think, had 18. Kamara put up less than 20. I think it was like 19. And then Mike Evans and then DJ Moore putting up 3 points something. It's like I had to get him off the roster. If you're not going to compete for me, I don't want you on my roster.
Yeah, it's like that was a high-scoring game too. To only see him get 3 points in a high-scoring game, that's a little scary to me. If the offense wasn't clicking, you're like, okay, like that's fine. Like the offense
threw the ball 49 times.
Was having issues. Yeah, they threw the ball 49 times, and DJ Moore only had 3 points. That is scary. Like that is like you're not happy with that. Like that is a red flag. Like if you ever see red flags with your fantasy players, that's a red flag. Like when your NFL team runs the ball 40 times and you're a starting running back going against the ball like 10 times, that's another red flag. Like these are red flags that you need to be worried about. And if DJ Moore, who has a big name but has not had the season that he should be having, is only getting 2 catches for 18 yards, like you're not happy to see that. I will say that this game could have been a lot closer. Tyler, Mike Williams dropped the end zone catch. He dropped 2 end zone catches in that game. I watched the entire Chargers game, which was a way to, because I like to see pain. I like to see punishment. I like to see. I like to hurt my own feelings. I think that's what it is. I like to bring up my hope and then just crush it terribly. And I was watching the Las Vegas Chargers and the LA Chargers game, which is a hilarious thing to say. The Las Vegas Raiders and the LA Chargers. 5 years ago, like 10 years ago, you probably would not have said those two names, but Las Vegas Raiders and the LA Chargers, watching them play each other, and it was just another heart-crushing loss. And anyways, back to your team. Yeah, I mean, you're just 5 losses in a row. Like, Alvin Kamara is the only guy showing up.
No, I know.
Is it time to move him?
Absolutely not. It's my meal ticket. I mean, it's going to take a lot. I'm a little high on him. I heard your argument last week about the Christian McCaffrey thing and your 2-10 season, and I get it, but like, I got to hold on for this week, man. I think he has a real good shot of putting up 20 points for me, and I think he's going to give me the best chance to beat Mikey. So I'm not taking Michael Jordan out of the game and moving him for 2 other pieces for depth to try to win a playoff game. I gotta have my star. I gotta have him lead me. Maybe he has a 40-point game and he pushes me over the edge. Like, I don't have too many guys in the squad that can do that. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. I mean, Chase Edmonds might be starting at the RB2 come Friday. I mean, Mikey's gonna have to look out for me.
But
I'm coming hard.
But he's not Michael Jordan, He's like Paul George. Alvin Kamara is like amazing.
No,
no.
He never puts up 0 points.
Not Paul George.
Yeah, stop it.
What
the hell is wrong with you?
No. Okay,
he's Damian Lillard.
I need to find it.
He's Damian Lillard.
So you're telling me you wouldn't trade Damian Lillard for who could you get for Damian Lillard?
Well, look, if we're gonna talk basketball, it's different because it's categories. It's a whole different thing.
I know.
I just want high electric. You know what I'm saying? Like I need. Nobody's.
You can get two stars though.
No.
You think you get two stars?
Say 2 stars, Mike. You're saying I'm going to get a receiver and a running back, and the running back's going to be less value, and the receiver's going to be more value. I look at my squad and I thought that I don't need help at receiver, but evidently I did, and I went out and made a trade, and I got a receiver and a running back in depth for moving one guy. I think the trade I made was better than moving Kamara. Like my only other suitor for Kamara was trying to offer me Eckler, Thielen, and some and a kicker, and it's like. Eckler's not playing right now. Eckler's not coming back. I need to win now. I can't make that kind of move. So it's like, what running back am I going to be able to like? Who would I went out and got? I'm not getting Kareem Hunt and somebody for Alvin Kamara. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just there's not a suitor out there that I can find on a team that's going to be willing to give up an RB1. Maybe I can go get Ezekiel Elliott and Kenny Galladay for Alvin Kamara, right? Maybe I can make that trade. But it's like, does that help me now? Help me now?
Yeah.
I don't think it does.
What if you threw your QB in situation? What if you go Alvin Kamara, Lamar Jackson?
For what?
Or I would have to go like Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, and
I tried. Danny said he's staying. He said he's good right now. He likes his roster.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not going to be able to get a blockbuster trade. And you know who are the blockbuster guys? It's Dave. I mean, Danny is a blockbuster guy, but right now, that's why you think I went to him. I went to him because I was trying to make a blockbuster. But it's Dave, it's Piane, Danny, Devin. Yep. These guys are winning. Mm-hmm. They don't need to make moves. Piane does need to make a move, but Piane's not willing to move off of Derrick Henry, which I understand. You're trying to have a nice two-headed backfield, and I don't judge him for that. And that's why I'm stuck with Alvin Kamara, and that's where I'm at. There's not a suitor for me that wants to help my situation, and I'm sorry. It is what it is, and if I go down with the ship, I'll sink with the ship. But that's me. That's me at 12. Let's move on to 13. Who's even in a worse situation? Winning. If somebody beats 96, I'm going to lose my mind because that is ridiculous. We're getting to the number where Mike had when we weren't PPR, which is respectable because we weren't even PPR. Like if you scored 100 points before, it was like a major deal. It was mostly like 70s and 80s. So 49.96 in a full point PPR league. Where your flex can be a receiver, tight end, or running back. Chris Piane. Oh, my God. Brady, Bell, and Henry combined for a grand total of 10.46. Just let that sink in for a moment. Tom Brady should put up more than 10 himself. They got blown out by the Saints.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry got shut out by the Bears.
Yeah, that was bound to happen.
And Bell didn't do anything.
Yeah, that was bound to happen too, though. You don't think that was bound to happen? Bell not doing anything?
Sure. Bell is not guaranteed. That he said that was a lightning, it was a whatever. Yeah. He also started Antonio Brown, which didn't do much either. So, I mean, he had a lot riding on that Tampa Bay game, and Tampa Bay didn't show up. It is what it is, but 49.96 is atrocious. And I don't know, Piane may not make the playoffs in his first year back. It's looking like a real thing.
Yeah. Well, what's hurt him is the last 2 weeks back to back, the Vikings have been running the ball so well that they're not passing it to Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson. So his 2-star guys, they're not getting the ball, and he can't win when that happens. And Red Zone actually put Tom Brady as the DFS like number 1. Like that's who they ranked. They're like they said put like $40 worth of buying Tom Brady because they think he's gonna have an amazing game. The guy had 2 points. Like that's insane to me. I got him in another league. Like I feel the pain. Yeah, I feel the pain. Like it sucks.
Yeah, you weren't winning if you started Tom Brady at quarterback. You would need a lot of other things to go right. But Piane, it's looking bleak. He said it on this podcast himself that he was like, I hope to be in the playoffs. I feel like if I get there, I can get in. But he's like, it's just about getting there. And it's tough coming back when you're off a couple years. I mean, Ryan Downs will tell you take a year off, you come back, it's not the same. You got to work back and get back into form.
Yep.
But rounding it out here at 14, our 0-9 GM, Xavier. Still competing, still picking up guys. I love the heart. He started the double tight ends last week, and they combined for 3.5.
Oh, my God.
You don't want to see it. You hate to see it. I'm sorry,
No.
Xavier, man.
No.
I don't really have much to say. You're 0-9. I just appreciate him trying. Cam did ball out a couple touchdowns.
Cam balled out.
Against the
Cam
Jets.
balled out for him.
Against the New York Jets.
Yeah. You think he beats Piane this week?
I think he has a good shot at it. But speaking about this week, let's finish it up here last week. We all were 5-7 on our votes, if you can believe it or not. Pretty amazing. That's out of 61. Me and you of 41 to 36 on the race. Piane got 5 out of 7 right. I think that guy would honestly smoke both of us in making predictions. I think he's pretty good at it. But you want to get waiver wired?
Let's do it.
All right. Not too many pickups this week. A lot of low ads. It's a little dull moment here in week 10. Dave with the biggest ad was Chris Carson. Carson Wentz for $7. I think Carson Wentz might have had over $30 spent on him so far this year. That guy's been picked, dropped, and added a lot. And he also picked up Mason Crosby for $2. Shout out to Dave trying to stay relevant. I don't know his quarterback situation. Is Matt Ryan on a bye? I'm not 100% on that. Maybe he likes his
Matt Ryan's on a bye.
Matt Ryan is on a bye. There's your reason for that $7 ad. And you know what? Showing that you should put some money on it. You should put a little money on it.
Yeah, but Dave doesn't have Matt Ryan.
Oh, Dave's not double dipping with Julio?
No. Calvin Ridley and Matt Ryan for Jesse.
Oh, you're right. Jesse has him. You're right.
Yeah.
Sorry, mixing that up. I knew somebody was double
that wasn't the biggest. That wasn't the biggest pickup this week. The biggest pickup this week was me. I dropped $18 on Irv Smith, tight end for the Minnesota Vikings.
Whoa, this did not pop up my waiver report on the app. I missed that.
Yeah, that was the very first one. Yeah, it's I dropped $18 on Irv Smith.
So once again, you're spending money on tight ends. Yeah, I'm familiar with Irv Smith. Jesse picked him up several weeks ago when he had potential, and then he faded out. You just said it yourself, Mike. They're running the ball a lot over there.
They are. I got two guys on a bye. Both my tight ends are on a bye this week.
You had the
Hayden
same
Hurst is on a bye
weeks for your tight ends?
Dumb, right?
How do you do that? How do you do that?
How dumb am I? I don't know. Dallas and Atlanta have the same bye week. I didn't realize that when I have both tight ends. And now I have 3 tight ends on my team. You hate to see it.
No, I hear you. Irv Smith is legit. He scored a touchdown. Did he score 2 last week? I think he scored last week, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me on not throwing you in there. $18. Shout you out, man. I don't know how much you spent on tight ends this year, but I'm real curious what that number is.
Oh, less money than I spent on defenses.
All right, let's move forward. Ryan Hannigan. Rex Burkhead, $6. And the Green Bay defense, $6.
Yeah, that pissed me off, actually. I put $5 on the Green Bay defense.
Oh, brutal. They're playing in the division this week. Is it Detroit? Who they playing? Don't remember? It's okay. I don't mean to put you on the spot. I don't have any Green Bay players on my team. I would never.
It was a good matchup. It's a good matchup.
Well, I mean, they whooped on the San Francisco 49ers last week, so I get it. Yeah. That was Ryan Hannigan. Ryan Downs added the San Francisco 49ers defense for $6 after they got whooped on. Wonder who their matchup is.
Yeah.
Moving forward, Xavier shot him out. 0-9, still making ads. Darnell Mooney, bear down, baby, $3. And Kyami Fairburn for $0. That's still the Houston kicker. I like it. Maybe his kicker's on a bye. I'm not sure. Jesse made a slight pickup here. New Orleans defense, $2. $2 to New Orleans defense. They've been kind of feisty. They've been really balling on that side. Who's that defensive end? I absolutely love him. Dang.
We talking about for Houston? For Houston?
The Saints. Oh no, for the Saints.
For the Saints. Oh, I don't know.
I love him so much.
Oh,
why did I do this to us?
His name? I don't know. Anyways, continuing on. We got
nope. I'm not doing this. His name's got to be said. Cameron Jordan, baby. I love that guy. He's
Cameron Jordan.
I like
Cam
his
Jordan.
haircut. I just like his man feature. This guy. It's a good looking guy. You seen him dress his suit. I really like his style. I'm a big Cameron Jordan fan. But yeah, $2.
If you were to come out the closet, you would go for Cam Jordan.
No, I don't think I would need somebody smaller than me, bro. I'm not catching. I don't care what it is. I'm not catching, bro. And I would end up catching that relationship. So no, I would look for a small, petite guy. That's what I would find. Smaller than me, if you can believe it. Speaking of me, let's go to my pickups. I made a $2 ad for the Minnesota D. They got a great matchup this week. And then the Kalen Balot, by great matchup, I want you to know they're right here. These guys are playing against them. And they don't put up a lot of points. So I expect a low-scoring affair, a couple picks, hopefully a win for my Chicago Bears. But I think I'm gonna start. And it killed me to do this, Mike. I was like, I really don't want to start somebody against the Bears. Oh, but they're just so bad. It's laughable how bad the Bears offensively are. And there's even rumor that Nagy's going to give us those play calling duties. I don't see it, but anyways, $2 Minnesota D. And I picked up Kalen Balaj for $0. Shout out Mikey on the $0 ads for running backs. I heard Kalen Balaj might be going back to the practice squad. I don't know.
He'll get some game time. Justin Jackson's not playing this week, so
yeah. So he may be in the lineup. Who knows who that RB2 is, or possibly my flex play. But last but not least, Mikey added Ryan Nall for $0, but later dropped him for DeAndre Washington, Miami running back. So, not much to say about that. Let's move forward here. I guess we got a sour note here. I think was he 80? I'm not 100% on his age. I know he's pretty old, but we lost Alex Trebek, the Jeopardy host. Was it this week? I think it was earlier in the week. We thought we'd pay tribute here with a couple questions. Wish we could load it up on the screen or something, do a little special. But we will answer these questions in the who is and what is form. Just shout out to Trebek. We'll do it here. So let's kick it off, Mike. I guess you'll be our contestee and answer these questions since I know the answers because I looked it up already. But for our Jeopardy tribute, we'll start with question 1 here. What GM has scored the most points in a week this year? And I will give bonus if you can name the week it happened in. So think of high flyers. The most points in a week. There's 14 GMs. We can knock a couple out already. You know Xavier is not one of these guys. Perhaps it's one of the guys who have a great record in the league. I would start there for a couple hints.
This is tough.
It's fine. Just give a guess. It's okay. You don't have to get these
Who is Dave?
Who is Dave? And do you have a week that Dave did it in, or do you not care?
Week. He's on a 5-game win streak, so anything after week 4, let's say week 6, week 5.
All right, I had these all written in. That is incorrect, unfortunately.
Is it Ryan Hannigan?
It is Ryan Downs.
Oh, okay.
Ryan Downs. It was week 2.
With the 3 touchdowns?
With the 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. How many points?
I don't have the total point number here, but I can give it to you. It is worth saying because, boy, was it great. And just so you guys can follow along, this information is stored on our fantasy app in the Hall of Fame category.
178. I just found it. 178. Yikes. That's a lot of
178.9. Put some respect on it in week 2.
Yeah, that's a lot.
All right, moving forward. What player has had the most amount of fab budget spent on them? That does not make sense. What is that? Was that really the question? It is. What player has had the most amount of dollars spent on them for fab?
This is not a trick question. It's not a defense, right? We're not gonna say it's a
No,
defense.
it's not defense. The total, not. I'm sorry. In one purchase, what player has been purchased for the most?
Oh, in one purchase.
In one not total, like as in how many times have been picked up and added. Just one time fee. What player has had the most spent on them in a week?
Huh. Well, there was Carlos Hyde, which was 40. Then there was
that's pretty high.
Mike Davis, which was 40.
Mm-hmm.
So who was higher than 40? Chase Claypool? Was that higher than 40? Is that like 45?
I think
Chase Claypool was like 40. What?
I think Chase Claypool
like
went for 40 something, 46. I think. I'm not 100% on that. So clearly that's not the answer.
Okay. What the hell? Damn. Who the hell went for that much money?
Yeah. Play along, folks. At home, if you can guess that player.
Jordan Reed? Is it Jordan Reed? Jordan Reed dropped someone dropped 40 on Jordan Reed too. Oh, I don't know this one. I'm gonna say who is Chase Claypool? Put it that way. No, who? Oh, wait. It's not Chase Claypool. We'll say who is Carlos Hyde. Sure.
You said his name, Mike. The correct answer is Jordan Reed by Devin. 48 fab dollars. Leads us this thus far through the year. That was only a couple weeks ago. But you did say his name. You knew the answer. You knew the answer.
I did. Yeah,
I know these really hurt you.
They're killing me right now.
Oh man. Well, that was an amazing week where you got all those who you play for players right. I think the audience expects better out of you. But you did name them. I think you knew deep down. Two more here for you. What player has scored the most amount in a week this year?
Oh, easy. That one's easy. Who is Tyler Lockett?
Yes. 55 points for Tyler Lockett.
55. Yeah, no one's beating 55. That was more than what Piane put up this week. This past week. 49.
That's good.
Guy put up 55. One player put up 55.
You know what? Also more than what Mikey put up in a week. What Mikey's entire team
exactly. Well,
oh my God.
I think it might be more than this score right here.
Yeah.
55.44.
It's a little under. It's a little under, but yes, it was close.
It's a little under. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Last but not least, what GM as of today has the lowest amount of fab dollars left in their budget?
I gotta say Matt. Who is Matt?
Oh no, it's actually Devin who spent $48 on Jordan Reed. Don't know where all the rest of his money went. He is currently at $0 fab dollars for the rest of the year. Not to throw his strategy out there, but if Devin needs a guy, he does not have the budget. And I like to remind folks that you can trade for fab dollars. I can move that money around, just so you guys know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think he wants any fab dollars. I don't think anyone wants fab dollars.
No,
it's the most useless currency ever.
Great job, buddy. All right, let's get on with these predictions. If you want to load up the teams here, like how you normally do, it's a great look for us to go off of. We'll save game of the week again. I like doing a little backwards. Let's start off with our Intercontinental Championship game. Tables, ladders, and chairs. The marquee matchup, one of the marquee matchups of the week. We usually have three of these. Danny Yarconi at 5-4 is playing Big Daddy Dave at 6-3. Sears, real baby daddy versus Jones Exotic on a 5-game win streak. How do you look at that? What gets the 2-game win streak? Who's favored as the moment? I know Danny's without a kicker. I can see here already. A couple guys on bye, still holding on to Vinatieri. I like that. I like that flair. No Tyreek Hill. Yeah. Shout that out. Our Julio Jones.
No Julio Jones. Yeah.
Rojo's still on the bench.
Is he playing?
Yeah, he's gonna play. That's not real. Both these guys just were a little banged up. Damian Harris is not going to put that many points against that Baltimore defense. Suffice to say.
No, he's not.
Mike, I'm going to stop you right now. How do you bet against Russell Wilson?
Dude, he's playing against LA. LA is really good.
How do you bet against Russell Wilson? I mean, I'm taking Danny here. There's no way.
I'm taking Danny.
Multiple guys on a bye for Dave. This would be a big game if Dave won it, but I think the streak comes to an end as of week 10.
The 5-game win streak comes to an end? Yeah, you might have a point here. Yeah, I'm going Danny too.
All right.
3-game win streak.
Moving to 3 games, we say. I like it. Let's keep it moving. Devin at 6-3 is playing you at 4-6. Buys for everyone. I labeled this one. You guys have a lot of guys on bye week, if I'm not mistaken. Important guys, anyways.
Yeah, he's got Mahomes
and Amari
Cooper. To be honest, not starting Amari Cooper is probably a good thing for Devin. He doesn't want him starting. Trust me.
I like Jarvis Landry.
You see Jacoby Myers? You think he'll start Jacoby Myers? This guy had a game last week.
Not against Baltimore. I think Devin's pretty in tune with the fantasy numbers here. Devin, not one who often makes bad starts.
Yeah, that's true. This is a tough one. I don't know. I'm gonna say me just because. But it's a close one. I mean, I have Todd Gurley and Hayden Hurst on a bye. It could be a problem.
The Ty startup is a little questionable, and the Smith matchup is a little questionable. But
100%, yes.
I mean, Devin still has not picked up a quarterback, right?
No, he has not.
You may want to snipe him here. Maybe go out and get somebody. Hint.
See who's available.
I'm going to take you here as well, Mike. I'm going to take you as well. Teddy Bridgewater is available.
Both these guys. Yeah, I think there's like 4 guys you could take. Phillip, let's say Tennessee.
Nick
I wouldn't
Foles
start Cousins against Chicago. Derek Carr against Denver, and then Teddy Bridgewater against Tampa Bay. I'm not trying to snipe him. I think if he's going to beat me,
it is a legitimate strategy.
It is.
Okay. Well, we both went.
I'm sorry.
I'm taking you, baby. I like your matchups, and he's missing some guys. He doesn't even have a starting quarterback in that lineup. I'm taking you though. Let's keep it moving. Chris Piane at 3-6 is playing the 0-9 Xavier. X gonna do it. Gonna give it to him. Xavier not favored. Not favored to win this game.
Honestly, he might though. If you look at his team, like I'm talking about Piane's team, like this guy has not favorable matchups with Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson against Chicago. And
Derrick Henry's playing Indy. That's a good defense. That's a good defense. I'm taking Xavier here.
Can you see anyone here getting 30 points for Piane? I don't see anyone getting 25, 30 points. No.
This is a winnable game.
I don't see anyone getting 20 points.
I labeled this one
the most winnable game.
The only matchup Xavier can win game. He's got to get this one here. And I think he made the ads. He's really going for it.
Yeah. If I was Xavier, I would start Joshua Kelly this week against Miami. I would
start Nick Chubb as well. I'm pretty sure Nick Chubb's coming back. Kenyon Drake, I don't think is playing. But you know how it goes. We put these guys in our lineup to make our points look big, and make the other GM think. I think I had you looking at Mike Williams questioning it. You're going to start Mike Williams against me? You know what I'm saying? You got to throw some things in there, to mess with your opponent on the week of. But I'm rolling with Xavier. Who you got?
All that being said, I'm taking Piane.
All right. I like it. Staying consistent. Nate at 5-4, the East versus West game. He's playing Matt all the way from the West Coast to the East Coast. Both are pretty even in projections, if I'm not mistaken, but I think Nate is slightly favored.
Well, they're even because they're not even because they changed this to 0.
Oh, well, if McCaffrey's out and you put in Mike Davis, I'm sure they go back to similar. Dalvin Cook.
You think Dalvin will? You think he's going to drop points against
not
Chicago?
200 on the Bears. That won't happen. That comes to a stop.
No, I don't think so.
You can't
I don't think so either.
Think
Daniel Jones against Philly, huh? Do you like that start?
I like that start.
I like Baker Mayfield more.
Against Houston?
What do I know?
It's coming off.
Ben Roethlisberger has COVID?
Oh, no. How serious is that?
Big Ben has COVID?
Wow.
Tight end Vance McDonald as well. What the hell? And Jalen Samuels and Vince Williams. And offensive lineman Gerald Hawkins.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it for Matt.
Yeah.
Possibly gets Chris Carson back this week, but you're right. He's doing great at running back. Matt has always been looking great at running back this year.
That's true. That's true. I'll take Nate this week.
I'm also with Nate. Okay. Moving on, we have Ryan Hannigan versus the champ, which is, I labeled this one, my team is better on paper game. This is a marquee matchup, as was the last one, by the way. Matt versus Nate was a marquee matchup. Ryan Hannigan favored to win this one slightly. I think he had a 3-point differential last time I checked. Gio Bernard in the starting lineup, I see. I'm pretty sure Devin's guy is coming back. Tyler Boyd.
Yes.
TJ Hawkinson has been a legitimate tight end this year. I think he's in the top 15. Deshaun Watson has been balling. He is rolling with Tua. I love it. Love it.
And he changed his team name. Did you know?
It's Tua time, baby. Oh, yeah. Joe, I love it. Shout out to the champ.
I love it.
Shout out to
it's
the
a great
champ.
time. Hey,
Ayukin's coming back.
Is Tua the real deal?
Oh, Tua's no, probably not. But he's good enough for fantasy for this year because nobody has tape on him. Devontae Adams, Chris Godwin. Good. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I don't know. Chris Godwin's a little question. I mean, it's questionable. Not only is he questionable, but he's also questionable, like fantasy relevance wise.
I'm gonna roll with.
I wouldn't trade for Chris Godwin.
I'm taking Sharknado here. I'm rolling Ryan Hannigan.
Yeah, it's hard to bet against him. The guy had 132 on a bye week, so like whatever. This guy's gonna win again.
I feel you.
He's a beast. This guy's having a great year.
All right, next matchup here: Ryan Downs versus Jesse. 6-3 versus 5-4. I call this the Mamba 8 Division second place game because I don't think either of you guys are beating out Ryan Hannigan to finish the year. Maybe Ryan Downs has a really good shot, but he's got to go through Jesse first, and Jesse's no slouch even with injuries.
Look how many Qs. You see those Qs? Jesus.
And buys.
All these. Yeah. Wait,
I don't know. It's hard to bet against. It's hard to bet against the Downs here. I like his roster. Allen's playing Arizona. It's probably going to be a shootout game. Aaron Jones is playing Jacksonville. I'm with the doubt and the uncertainty on the other side in Jesse's roster. I cannot be confident here and take him. I'm going to roll with Downs.
I'm going to take Downs, too. It's a tough call, though.
Okay.
I'm taking Downs. Too many question marks.
That's what I'm saying. And then in with the buys as well, it's just not looking good. I'm saying we're trending down, me and Jesse. But for our game of the week, the wild card playoff game, as they call it, to get to the wild card, one of these GMs have to win. Myself on a 5-game skid against Mikey on a 1-game win streak.
It's a big one here. It's a big one.
This is a feature matchup here. Marquee as it gets. Both these GMs got to play for a win here. Now, Mikey hypothetically could take an L here and still get in. I think the 7th loss, like we always say, is the killer that often gets you not in. And you got to remember, it's points for the tiebreaker. So Mikey, if anybody, has a really good shot. And if there's a L he could take, it's here.
It is. I mean, he doesn't want to take it, though. The guy's 4-5.
No, that guy's a competitor. He'll never take an L. Jerry Jeudy, questionable. Yeah. I like to see that. Hopkins, I'm hoping Buffalo says something, but they've been in some shootouts. And then I saw it out earlier. J.D. McKissic is real PPR stud. Looks a lot better than James White. I'll say that. Gibson?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Naheem Hines.
Naheem Hines getting a start.
He's not getting the start. That's just fluff in there. That's not real. And probably Mike Williams is probably not getting the start either. That roster is not what it looks like.
Trying to psych him out?
Just get a little psych. And as he's here, shout him out.
Hey,
Mikey, we're looking at the roster right now, buddy.
This supposed to be game of the week right here?
This is game of the week.
It is. Yes, it is. I like that Mather shirt.
Old school.
You got a rep.
Still got the locks too. I love it.
Yeah.
Wait, is this the game of the week?
This is the game of the week, baby.
Oh, okay.
Rematch. Yeah.
Huh?
It's a
we call this.
Did we play in the playoffs last year? I know we played the year before when I won the championship.
Yeah, you beat me for the title. We did not play last year, fortunately. I never want to see you in a legitimate matchup. You're too good. I'll be real. This is a must-win game for me. This feels like a playoff game, to be real. At 3-6 on the year, I'm on a 5-game skid.
Woo!
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the Crown Royale game. This is the Crown Royale game.
The Crown Royale game. I like that.
Ooh,
I like that. I'll take a shot at Crown on Sunday from work.
Sure. Mike,
how do you feel though? You feel real good? You like Murray against Buffalo?
Oh, I love Murray. I've always loved Murray. You know, I was talking in my group chat saying if I could find me a Murray jersey, I was trying to find me an alternate because I like that black.
Oh,
I couldn't find it.
Dude, it does look dope.
It's probably tough right now. Yeah, only a couple teams do the black. I think Philly does the black. Obviously, the Steelers do the black. No, but I like your squad, man. I know I counted you out at the beginning of the year. I said 3 wins on the year. You've already beat that. Start off. I know you start off a little rocky, but obviously you're taking yourself here, right?
Oh, I have to for sure. I mean, I gotta climb up in those rankings. I gotta try to give me a bye week. Don't let me get a bye week.
No! Give this guy the week 13 bye. Oh, you got some work to do, but there's 3 weeks to do that. Luckily, so
yeah,
3 weeks left on the season. But Mike, who you got here?
It's hard not to go with Mikey here. I'm sorry, Tyler.
There's a lot riding on these. Here. I'm gonna take myself because what GM would not take their own team in a teaser.
Starting Edmonds when you get that trade.
Yeah, you probably, bro. I don't think James Hines is getting the start. How do you feel about that trade, Mike? How do you feel about it? Think I won on that or what?
I think it's solid.
Yeah, I mean, DJ Moore has looked poor as of late, but with that new injury to McCaffrey, I don't think he'll get more work now in the passing game.
Yeah, Jerry Jeudy showed up, huh? This week.
You got to be excited.
Oh yeah, I love Jerry Jeudy too. Hopefully he continues, but we'll see. Drew Lock is like a great quarterback out there. So
big Young Jeezy fan, Drew Lock.
Who?
Young Jeezy. He's a big Young Jeezy fan, Drew Lock.
Oh, nice. Doug motivation.
I
did see that. I saw that when he was rapping the lyrics.
Jeezy. How could you not?
And I saw that pickup you made today, Mikey. Tromaine Pope from my LA Chargers here. This guy's been following along. I like it. That's a good pickup. I actually, I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough call. Go either way.
We'll see what happens. I mean, obviously, you guys know I don't love my running backs too much. Well, except for this year, now I got James Robinson. That was a gem.
That was the gem. You found it. That is the best. I think that's going to win single-handedly best free agent pickup of the year.
I don't think I've ever had a top 5 running back ever.
Never.
I was looking back at my drafts. I drafted Jordan Howard my first year in my second round. Mark Ingram was pretty solid last year, but he was maybe top 15, top 10, not top 5. I remember. I remember the championship that I won. I did pick up Damian Williams late, but that was just like a solid find at the end.
But you also picked up Philip Lindsay that year.
Oh, I did have Philip Lindsay. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, he was pretty
balled
solid.
out. That was it. He balled out. He had like almost 12
Pro Bowler
yards
Philip Lindsay. Pro Bowler Philip Lindsay.
Yes, sir.
Respect on that name.
Yeah, I think maybe going into next year's draft. I don't know. Maybe I won't draft a running back at all. I mean, I already dropped Singletary. I mean, freaking Josh Allen is the ball carrier over there. Apparently, never wants to look down and drop the ball down to Singletary. So.
Yeah, move on. I think it's Zach Moss is the guy you want in that backfield. No, I feel you. But let's move on to Sandusky Hotline. Obviously, Mikey, thank you for gracing us with your presence. You've been to consecutive championship games, looking to go to your 3rd in a row. It'd be very LeBron-esque of you to do so. But you're 4-5 on the season, right?
Yeah,
4-5 on the season. I think you had a tough start in the beginning of the year. You took a couple L's early, but how are you feeling as of late? You got to be feeling really good.
I mean, I feel like my record shows that I'm in the middle of the pack, but obviously I'm scoring points like every week, except last week. Last week was a downer. I should have won that T-shirt. I know Mike's rocking his right now. That's the one thing I was looking forward to next year for the draft. And fair enough, Piane just has to one-up me. Thanks, Piane.
Of course.
49. You had 52. It's crazy, man.
That's
Oh,
insane,
man.
yeah.
Tom Brady has a regular game that doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And who's to say Xavier doesn't throw his hat in there and has a low scoring day, you know? At 0-9 in the season. I mean, anything can happen for that guy. That's who I bet on to like actually win that jersey until you guys came back to back with these crazy points. It's insane because it's a full point PPR, man. I mean, Mike has the lowest ever, but that was before we were PPR. So
I mean,
yeah, man.
I didn't think I was gonna be in contention for it last week until Ben DiNucci with the start, and I just thought maybe he might do something out of his ass. But clearly, he just fell on his ass.
Well, the guy last week did something.
For Dallas Cowboys, right?
Yeah, I forget his name.
Gilbert or something, I think was his name.
Yeah, Gilbert. Yeah. No. I love it, man. I love it.
But yeah, I mean,
yeah. Go ahead.
3 weeks left for the season. I mean, like I said, I'm in the middle of the pack for the playoffs. Hopefully, maybe I can get a bye week. We'll see. But
3
weeks.
7 and 5 could easily be week 13 bye. It's just top 8 guys, you know. I think you have a really good shot of getting in there. I mean, you got guys like Nate, Joe, the champ in front of you, even Danny, that you could easily
pass
up. Yeah, I know, right? The DK stuff is ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. I still remember when he took over for you for when you were on your honeymoon.
Yeah.
To come over and bash me. Man, fuck Danny.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You can thank Danny, too, for having me get in this league.
Oh, I know. We got real upset at Danny, me and Mike one day. We were like, what's wrong with you, man, bringing this guy in here and showing up in basketball and football? We said we needed some help, not winners. We didn't want you to bring in guys who are going to compete like this. Danny's like, I didn't know. That's what he said, yeah. But no, anyways, question 2 we have for you. How was drafting from the 10th spot, man? I don't think you've had that spot in the years prior. I think you were a little bit earlier or later, right?
I think maybe like 7 or 8, probably.
Yeah. So how was 10 for you? What was your strategy? You knew you were going to go double tight end no matter what, wherever you were, or?
I knew I was going to go tight end regardless, just based off the guys that were going. I loved Michael Thomas, but Danny took him. He wasn't going to slip to me. Devontae Adams is a beast. I just didn't like how his injury concerns was from the year 2 prior, which is kind of ironic thinking about how I picked Kittle, because I knew he had injury history too, probably. But I was just banking on him having more upside than Kelsey. And I mean, when he came back from his injury, he dropped a hot 40, you know?
Yeah, man.
So
and you got to remember, in the beginning of the season, they were without a lot of guys. So he was going to get a lot of work early, and that's going to translate into wins early, which is what you obviously want in this league. But yeah, no, we thought you were crazy, and I personally thought you didn't have a great draft. Because I, unlike you, believe in you got to draft running backs and have that philosophy, and you proved us wrong 2 years in a row, going on 3 now. I might start. This is a copycat league. I might start joining you, so you may see somebody else jumping on 2 tight. I mean, I did something crazy and take a quarterback in the 3rd round. I normally don't do that ever, but I loved your strategy personally. Now looking back at it, and I'm coming to realize that it might be the right move. You gotta do what the opposite of what the league's doing. You know what I'm saying? That's how you find the gems. That's how you get the guys who are going to really make a difference in the matchups, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Go ahead, Mike.
I mean, there's definitely you got to love that DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray combination. Was there like incentive to draft Kyler Murray after you drafted DeAndre Hopkins?
I totally forgot that they were both on the same team, to be honest. I looked in the 2nd round. I saw Hopkins. I'm like, you guys are leaving Hopkins here? Sure, I'll take him. But I knew going into the draft, I wanted Murray. I was targeting him. And then I think as soon as I knew Lamar went early and Mahomes went early, but I think Prescott had went. And I was like, all right, I got to take Murray now. I think that was the 5th or 6th round.
Yep.
I need him. Because I like a dual threat quarterback. The way that he's just rushing and throwing the ball like crazy too, throwing those studies. I think there was a quote today from Ryan Clark on ESPN or whatever. He was.
I shouted it out, bro. I already shouted it out earlier in the episode.
Yep.
I did say that quote. Yeah, he thought he'd be, if he was on the Ravens, they would be doing much better. I was like, get that shit out of here, bro. That pissed me off. That pissed me off, dude.
The way the Ravens are playing right now, I mean.
Yeah, offensively, it's not looking great. I mean, that's Greg Roman, though. He's got to correct that. You got to be a little different. You can't. I mean, think about the year. What was it, 2014 with Tressman when the Bears balled out that one year and they came back ran the same offense back, didn't change a thing. It's like, of course, they're going to look at you, look at the tape. It's just as simple as that.
Well, I just need your boy Jackson to throw some touchdowns to Andrews. That's all I need.
Tell me about it, dude. I would like to see it.
No, yeah. Well, those usually come from play actions. I don't know if you guys remember last year, the play action worked so well for the Baltimore Ravens. Like that's why Mark Andrews was getting a lot of work from those play actions, and they can't do a play action this year because their running game is trash. Like they're not going to respect the play action when your run game is trash. They're just going to know that you're going to pass the ball. Like they're over here trying to, they have to pass it on 3rd and 9. Like they just have to. And Lamar is over here trying to scramble, and it's like everyone's doing a QB. They're watching a QB here.
Yep.
It's like, I don't know. I feel bad for the Ravens, but it just has to come down to a run game. They need a better running back. They need to draft a running back. They need to trade for a running back. They need to do something to get a running back. They could have got a lot of
guys there. Well, they have Justice Hill. They have Gus Edwards. They have Mark Ingram. I'm forgetting another guy. There's another guy in there I'm blanking on. But I mean, like no they got guys.
They just know when they could trust though. They go with a hot hand every game, and it's like that's not going to work.
You got to build consistency. Yeah. Well, I personally think they're saving Mark Ingram for the postseason because he's a little older. I think that's what they're doing. But I mean, I'm just assuming. I don't know. I'm not in that locker room.
That's true. Yeah.
But I do. Yeah, I do. Like, I love your team. Like, yeah, I think you've done a real good job coming together. But question 3, project your finish. How do you think you're going to finish here? What were you saying? 3 wins in a row? What's that? I mean, that's obviously the expectation, but realistically, I don't know how you're looking at these last 3 matchups. But what do you think?
I never look ahead into my matchups. I always play the week by week. I see on Tuesday who I'm playing, and then I set my lineups for that before I set up the waiver. So, I mean, I don't know who I'm playing next week or the week after. I would say best hope is to go 7-5 with the bye. Maybe 6-6 next squeeze me in, but I do see myself in the playoffs.
Look at this wisdom.
Playing in the wild card match for the first time ever, or hopefully again in the bye. And then we'll see. I mean, if I get it back to that championship, I remember talking with Mike that first week. You got to give me your house. Yeah, Mike remembers that.
That's right. That's true.
You didn't even say if I win. You just said if I get back to the championship.
Dude, match. 3 in a row. That's LeBron. That's what LeBron.
Gotta give him the house.
Hey, I'm built different.
Gotta give him the house.
I'm built different. I love it. No, I can see it, man. Like you're really like. It's insane, bro. It is absolutely insane what you're doing. Because NFL fantasy is so crazy. Like you could just look at Xavier, man. Like we thought he had a pretty good draft, and it just didn't pan out. You know what I mean? And you do the right things to avoid it. Maybe that's the mentality we should have. Don't look ahead, because then you start thinking about that matchup, you forget about this matchup. I like that. Right. Take it week by week. Doesn't take advantage of it.
Right. You just gotta keep winning. I'll do question 4 here.
Sure.
So trade deadline's coming up. We got November 20th is our trade. 20th is the trade deadline. We want to know, is anyone available on your team, Mikey? You want to spotlight a player or 2 for us? Any trades you're looking to make? Anybody you're looking to?
Some of the guys on the bench that I already cut loose, but other than that, you guys know I really rarely ever trade people. I know Mike is always hounding me with some of those little low ball trades.
What? No, come on. That last one you sent me was pretty low ball, bro.
Hey, I just had to try. I had to try to see your mindset, see if that would work on you.
No, come on, man. You want to know what he sent me, Tyler?
Did it involve Anthony Miller?
Jermichael Hasty for Christian Kirk. And then a day later,
I didn't have Hasty.
Jermichael Hasty.
It wasn't Jermichael Hasty?
No, I think that was Dave who probably sent you that trade.
Oh, that was Dave that sent you that, bro.
He sent me a trade too the other day with Jermichael Hasty and somebody else for Judy. And then 2 seconds later, he canceled it.
Oh,
Exactly. He does that all the time. Yo, on my email, I see trade proposed, trade rejected. Like what is going on here?
And you know what? And he dropped them today in the morning too, to Michael Hasty.
Yeah,
damn!
that's what I'm
Just
saying.
trying to get
And
rid
he
of
dropped
him.
them this morning. He dropped them this morning. No, you did send me someone else. Never mind. My bad. I didn't want to call you. Never mind. I'm over here calling you out for no reason.
I did send you. I think I might have sent you a trade earlier in the year, or a few weeks ago, actually. Who was I looking for? I think I was looking for like Gordon or somebody. I think I was trying to give you Singletary and like Slay or somebody.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. That deadline is looming though to the rest of the league. It is the 20th. That is the deepest we could do. I can't push you back any further with the rules in the app. So, I guess last question.
And that
question.
Go ahead. I was gonna say that question is almost a stupid question. You know, Mikey doesn't make trades. He does free agency.
Well, he's under the belief you win on draft day, and then the king of the free agency, no doubt, absolutely. Give him the crown already.
Yeah. Draft my players that I want, and then I find my running backs in free agency.
That's who you make your trades with. Amazing. Free agency. I like that, man.
Yeah.
Question 5, last one for you. Any words for me this week? You got anybody you want me to start in my lineup against you that you prefer? Or?
Hold up 1 second.
No, but that trade deadline is coming.
This is the time, Mikey, to talk shit about Tyler's team, is what he's saying.
Yeah, if you want to go off on me, tell me how bad I messed up, Lamar Jackson, the hate I threw at you week 1.
My words of advice, let's go Lamar. Just give me some tutties to Mark Andrews. I need that. All right.
Yeah, that hurts, man. That's 2 points in your favor actually 3 points because there's a PPR in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good for me. I hope it's a lot of rushing touchdowns for Lamar this week, and I may be starting Hollywood Brown against you, so I'll be tuned in against that in that game.
That's Sunday night, right?
I think so.
Ooh, cool.
And you know Lamar, prime time. He doesn't win big games, they say. So
we'll see. Well, I mean, it's a primetime game, but it's the Patriots now. It's not like Tom Brady's Patriots. I know it's Bill Belichick over there, but I mean, the Jets almost took him out on Monday night. The Jets.
That's crazy. Sure. The Jets, bro.
Sure.
Jets are 0 for like Xavier. He has a good shot this week, man, against Piane. I hate to see somebody go 0-12, bro. That would be devastating.
I'm rooting for Xavier on this one. I just want Piane to win. He took my shirt.
Me too.
He took my shirt.
Took my shirt.
Oh my god, I love it. Any more questions? Nothing?
You guys, I mean, if you guys got anything else for me, I mean, I'm chilling.
I stay back a little bit after the episode. We can end it up here and chit chat after for a little bit. But that's week 10 in the books. Just a reminder, November 20th is the deadline. I'll send out another group me message or something so people don't are surprised. But you got a couple more weeks here to before it's all said and done, right? One more week after this one. But yeah, week 10.